All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're tackling weight loss,
Oh, yeah.
but not just any weight loss.
Right.
We're talking about the fast kind
Yes.
of natural weight loss, but like how can we speed it up?
Exactly.
So we're diving deep today into a great article from Medical News today.
Okay.
It's called How to Lose Weight Fast, 9 Scientific Ways to Drop Fat.
Perfect.
So we're going to try to give you the best takeaways so you don't even have to read the whole article.
Awesome.
All right. So let's start with something that's really popular right now.
Okay.
Intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting, or as most people know it by IF,
IF, yeah.
is basically cycling between periods of eating and fasting.
Right.
So you're essentially giving your digestive system a break,
Yeah.
which can have incredible effects on your metabolism.
It's almost like hitting the reset button or something.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the great thing is there are a bunch of different ways to do IF.
There are so many ways.
You've got alternate day fasting, which basically means you're fasting every other day.
Every other day you're not eating anything.
Yeah, but there's even like a modified version of alternate day fasting where you can eat a little something
Oh, okay.
in those fasting days so you don't have to completely deprive yourself.
So maybe like 25% of your normal intake or something like that.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then you've got the 5.2 diet,
5.2, I've heard of that.
which is basically fasting for 2 non-consecutive days a week
Okay.
and limiting your calorie intake to like 500 to 600 calories on those days.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, the most popular one is probably the 168 method.
Oh, yeah, 168.
Which is where you fast for 16 hours and then you have an 8-hour eating window.
Right.
So say, for example, you finish dinner at 8 p.m.
Okay. 8 p.m., done.
You wouldn't eat again until noon the next day.
So like a big brunch.
Exactly.
Right.
And studies have shown that it can be really effective.
It can be really effective.
Yeah.
But, you know, before we get too deep into IF, I have to tell you about something
What's that?
that I have recently learned about.
Okay.
And I think it's really cool.
I'm all ears.
So, you know, sometimes you're trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
You hit a plateau.
Uh-huh.
You just can't get past it.
Happens to the best of us.
And especially in certain areas.
Right.
Like your belly.
That stubborn belly fat.
Stubborn belly fat.
That's the worst.
What if I told you
Okay.
that there is a method straight from Japan
Okay.
that targets that belly fat?
Really?
And it doesn't involve medication or exercise or fasting.
Now that you mention it, I have heard whispers about this.
Really?
Yeah. It sounds almost too good to be true.
It does sound pretty amazing.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm intrigued.
Okay, well, we're going to tell you all about it
Okay.
in this deep dive.
Awesome.
Stay tuned,
I'm
but
excited.
let's get back to the article for now.
Okay, sounds good.
So another thing that's really important for weight loss
Mm-hmm.
that we all kind of know
Yeah.
we should be doing
We should be doing it.
is tracking our diet and exercise.
Tracking.
Yeah, like writing down what we eat.
Oh, food journals.
Food journals, yeah.
Yeah, let's be honest. It can be a little tedious.
Oh my gosh. It's so tedious.
But you know what? There's actually research that shows
Okay.
that tracking what you eat and your activity can actually boost your motivation
Real.
and help you stay accountable.
So it's like having someone
Exactly.
like nagging you.
It's like a little digital cheerleader in your pocket.
Yeah, like a little angel on your shoulder.
Right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be super complicated.
Okay.
You know, even something as simple as a pedometer
Right.
can help you become more aware of your activity levels.
It's like just being more aware
Just becoming more aware.
of how much you're moving
Yeah,
makes a difference.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of awareness,
Okay.
have you ever tried practicing mindful eating?
Mindful eating.
Yeah.
Now that's a good one.
What is that?
Mindful eating is all about being present
Okay.
and truly savoring your meals.
Okay.
Instead of just like mindlessly shoveling food in your mouth while you're scrolling through your phone.
Oh, I'm so guilty of that.
We've all been there.
I know.
But think about it. You know, when you really slow down,
Yeah.
engage all of your senses, pay attention to what you're eating,
You're right.
you're more likely to make healthier choices
Right. And probably
and feel satisfied with less.
eat less.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not about deprivation.
Right.
It's about making every bite count.
Every bite count.
Yeah.
Uh.
All right. So are you ready for another weapon in your weight loss arsenal?
Oh, I love this.
All right. Let's talk protein.
Okay. Protein. I love protein.
Protein is a secret weapon for feeling full and satisfied,
Okay.
which is a game changer when it comes to managing cravings.
You telling me.
And here's why protein plays a key role in regulating your hunger hormones,
Right.
especially ghrelin,
Right.
which is basically your body's I'm hungry signal. So when you eat protein, it helps dampen that ghrelin signal.
Oh, so it's like protein is fighting ghrelin.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you feel satisfied for longer.
So you're not getting those cravings.
Exactly.
Right.
As much. Exactly.
Okay.
And studies have shown that starting your day with a high-protein breakfast
Oh,
can
breakfast.
help keep those hunger hormones in check for hours.
Wow, for hours.
Yeah.
So what would be a good high-protein breakfast?
Well, imagine swapping that sugary cereal
Oh, yeah.
for a delicious omelet.
An omelet. Oh, my gosh.
Or just some hearty oatmeal with nut butter.
Oatmeal with nut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See?
that sounds great.
Now, while we're on the topic of what we eat,
Okay.
let's talk about what we might want to limit in our diets.
What's that?
Sugar
Sugar.
and refined carbs.
Those are everywhere.
They are everywhere.
Oh, no.
And they can really sabotage your weight loss efforts.
How so?
So refined grains like white bread, rice, and pasta
Okay.
have been stripped of their fiber and nutrients.
Okay. Which means they're digested quickly and can lead to those dreaded blood sugar spikes and crashes.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about those.
Yeah, and those are not good for weight loss.
So it's almost like your body's just saying, okay, store this as fat.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
But don't worry, there are easy swaps you can make.
Okay.
You can choose whole grain versions of bread, rice, and pasta,
Okay.
swap sugary drinks for water or herbal tea,
Right.
and opt for fruit nuts and seeds for snacks instead of processed treats.
I like that.
Small changes, big impact.
Okay.
All right, so speaking of things that keep you feeling full and satisfied,
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about another unsung hero in the world of weight loss.
Okay, who is it?
Fiber.
Fiber. Oh, yeah.
Fiber is like the superhero of feeling full and satisfied.
So it's kind of like protein.
It's similar to protein in the sense that it helps you feel full,
Wrong.
but it does it in a different way.
Okay. How so?
It adds bulk to your diet so you feel fuller for longer,
Okay.
and it can really aid in weight loss.
Think of fiber-rich foods as volume eaters.
Volume eaters?
Yeah, they fill you up without packing in tons of calories.
So, like, what would be an example of that?
We're talking about all the good stuff. Whole grains, fruits, veggies, legumes like beans and lentils,
Okay.
nuts and seeds.
Okay.
Incorporating those into your meals is a fantastic way to help manage your weight.
So, actually,
Yeah.
this is interesting
What's that?
because this kind of brings us back to that Japanese method
Oh, you mean
for belly fat.
the belly fat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember how we said it doesn't involve medication or exercise or fasting?
Right.
Well, one of the key principles
Yeah.
is actually tied to what we eat,
Interesting.
and especially fiber-rich foods.
Intriguing.
I know, so.
It seems like our conversation is circling right back to this mysterious Japanese method.
Yeah.
I'm eager to learn more.
Yeah, well, let's hold on to that curiosity for just a little bit longer.
Right.
Because first I want to shift gears
Okay.
and talk about a different aspect of weight loss. It's often overlooked,
What's that?
and that is gut health.
Ah, yes, the gut microbiome.
Gut microbiome, what is that?
It's an incredible world of trillions of microorganisms that live in our intestines.
Oh, wow.
And get this, research is showing that these tiny creatures can actually play a big role in our weight.
No way!
Yes.
So these little bacteria
Are affecting our weight.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And just like any ecosystem balance is key,
Okay.
some bacteria in our gut may contribute to weight gain by increasing the energy we extract from food,
Oh, wow.
while others can actually help with weight control.
So it's like good bacteria versus bad bacteria.
That's a great way to think about it.
Okay.
So how do we make sure we have the right kind of bacteria thriving in our gut?
Yeah. How do we get the good guys?
Well, one of the best things you can do is focus on a plant-powered diet.
A plant-powered diet.
Yeah, aim for at least 75% of your meals to consist of vegetables and other plant-based foods.
Okay.
This will not only boost your fiber intake,
Which feeds the good bacteria,
okay,
but it also promotes a diverse gut microbiome.
so lots of plants
Lots of plants
for a healthy gut,
for a healthy gut,
which leads to,
which can help with weight management.
okay,
And don't forget about fermented foods.
fermented food.
They're like probiotics on a plate.
Okay, like what?
Things like sauerkraut, kimchi,
Okay,
yogurt, kefir, tempeh, miso,
Right.
all those delicious fermented foods.
okay, so we need to eat more of that.
Exactly. And to really nourish those good gut bacteria,
Okay,
make sure you're getting enough prebiotics.
prebiotics.
Prebiotics, think of them as food for your gut's little helpers.
Okay, so prebiotics are food for the probiotics.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what are some examples of prebiotics?
Yeah, like what should we be eating?
Great question. Chicory root, artichoke, onions, garlic, asparagus.
Okay.
Bananas, avocados, oats, and barley are all excellent sources of prebiotics.
Okay, so those are all the things that are feeding the good bacteria.
That's right.
Okay. All right, so
Yeah.
we've talked about what we eat,
Right.
But what about other lifestyle factors
Okay.
that can impact weight loss?
Like what?
Like, for example, we all know that sleep is important.
Yeah.
But can it really sabotage
Can it really sabotage?
our weight loss
You
efforts?
better believe it.
Really?
Studies have shown that getting less than 5-6 hours of sleep per night is linked to a higher risk of obesity.
Wow. So lack of sleep
A lack of sleep
can actually make you gain weight?
can contribute to weight gain.
Wow.
And the science behind it is fascinating.
Okay, tell me more.
When we don't get enough sleep,
Okay.
our metabolism slows down,
Okay.
those pesky hunger hormones get thrown out of whack,
Right.
and we're more likely to store fat.
So it's like your body's working against you.
Exactly. It's like your body's saying, hey, I need my rest.
Right.
If you're not going to give it to me,
Yeah.
I'm going to hold on to these extra calories just in case.
No, man, that's not good.
Not good.
Okay, so we got to get our sleep.
Get your sleep. And speaking of things that can make weight loss feel like an uphill battle,
Okay, what else is there?
we can't forget about stress.
Oh, stress.
Stress can be a sneaky saboteur of our best intentions,
I know.
leading to unhealthy food choices.
Stress eating.
Stress eating, exactly.
I do it all the time.
And you guessed it, increased fat storage.
Oh, gosh.
So when we're chronically stressed,
Okay.
our bodies pump out cortisol,
Cortisol.
that notorious stress hormone,
Yeah.
and cortisol can actually increase our appetite,
Really?
especially for those comforting high-carb foods.
Yo.
So it's like stress is whispering in our ear, go ahead, have that extra slice of cake, you deserve it.
It really does feel like that.
I guess.
Okay, but there are ways to manage stress.
There are plenty of ways to manage stress and keep those cortisol levels in check.
Like what?
Well, we talked earlier about yoga meditation,
Right.
Tai Chi breathing exercises, and spending time in nature.
Yeah.
These are all fantastic tools for finding calm amidst the chaos.
Yeah, I love those things.
Me too.
They're so important.
And speaking of things that can help you de-stress,
What's that?
remember that incredible Japanese method we've been teasing you with?
The one that melts away belly fat?
The one that melts away stubborn belly fat without medication, exercise, or fasting.
Okay. I think it's time.
I think it's time.
We reveal the secret.
Let's do it.
If you're ready to discover this incredible technique, visit https://bit.ly/Japan weight loss.
Or
Simply click the link in the description of this podcast.
you won't want to miss this.
But don't click away just yet,
Oh, right.
because
Keep
we've
it
still
on
got
the
more fascinating
Yes.
weight loss strategies to explore.
In part 2.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's incredible how many things can affect how much we weigh, right?
I know.
We've been talking about intermittent fasting, mindful eating, even those little bacteria in our gut.
The gut microbiome.
Right, exactly. But you know something we haven't really dug into yet
What's that?
is sleep. Yeah, you wouldn't think that it would affect our weight so much, but it really does.
It really does. We always think about diet and exercise,
Right,
but we forget about sleep.
exactly.
So how does sleep affect our weight loss journey?
Well, when we don't get enough sleep,
Mm-hmm.
our metabolism slows down those hunger hormones.
Pesky hormones.
They get all out of whack, and we're more likely to store fat.
So it's like our bodies are working against us.
Exactly. It's like
Yeah.
your body's saying, hey, I need my rest.
Yeah.
If you're not going to give it to me, I'm going to hold on to these extra calories just in case.
Oh, man. Our bodies are so smart.
They are.
But sometimes too smart for our own good.
That's right. And speaking of things that can make weight loss feel like an uphill battle,
Well, what's next?
stress.
Oh, stress, of course.
Stress can really sabotage our best intentions,
It can.
leading us to make unhealthy food choices.
Oh, yeah. Stress eating.
Stress eating, exactly.
I'm the queen of stress eating.
I think we've all been there. And you guessed it, stress can lead to increased fat storage.
Oof. It's like a double whammy.
It is, but don't worry.
Okay.
There are things we can do. There are plenty of ways to manage stress and keep those cortisol levels in check.
So what can we do?
Well, remember we talked earlier about things like yoga and meditation,
Right.
Tai Chi, breathing exercises, spending time in nature.
Yes.
All fantastic tools for finding that sense of calm amidst the chaos.
I love that.
Yeah, me too. And, you know, it's interesting to think about how all these different elements we've talked about,
Mm-hmm.
diet, exercise, sleep, stress management, they all work together
They do.
to influence how much we weigh.
Right. It's not just about one thing.
Exactly.
It's about everything.
It's about creating a holistic approach to health and well-being.
I like that.
And, you know, speaking of finding what works,
Yes.
are you ready to hear more about that incredible Japanese method for targeting belly fat?
Oh, yes. Please tell me more.
All right, but before we dive into the specifics, Let's take a step back for a moment.
Okay.
Think about the big picture.
The big picture. Okay.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground today. We've explored all sorts of scientifically backed weight loss strategies.
We have.
But if you had to sum it up,
Mm-hmm.
what are the key takeaways here?
What should our listeners remember?
Exactly.
Well, I think one of the most important things we've learned is that there's no one-size-fits-all approach to weight loss.
Right. What works for one person might not work for another?
Exactly. It's about finding what resonates with you,
Mm-hmm.
what fits your lifestyle, your individual needs.
Absolutely. And remember, consistency is key.
Consistency.
It's not about making these drastic changes that you can't keep up with.
Right.
It's about incorporating small, healthy habits into your daily routine.
Small changes.
Small changes over time.
Exactly. And sticking with them.
So it's a marathon, not a sprint.
That's a great way to put it. And, speaking of commitment,
Yes.
remember that incredible Japanese method we've been talking about? The one that targets stubborn belly fat without medication, exercise, or fasting.
That's the one.
Yes.
If you're ready to unlock the secret to this transformative approach,
Okay.
visit https://bit.ly/Japan-weight-loss. Or simply click the link in the description of this podcast.
You won't regret it.
Trust me, but
What?
don't go anywhere just yet.
Oh, there's more.
We're not done with our deep dive.
Oh, okay.
We still have more to unpack in part 3,
Ooh, a cliffhanger.
including a thought-provoking question that might just change the way you approach weight loss forever.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Stay tuned.
And we're back for the final part
Part 3.
of our weight loss deep dive.
It's been quite a journey, hasn't it?
It has. We've talked about so many things.
So many things from intermittent fasting,
Mindful eating,
gut bacteria,
sleep,
stress management.
all these things.
All these things all connected.
I know, it's amazing how it all comes together.
It is.
But before we wrap things up,
Okay.
I want to leave you with a question. Of all the strategies we've discussed today,
Mm-hmm.
which one resonated with you the most?
Ooh, good question.
And more importantly, which one are you most excited to try or incorporate more fully into your life?
I know, it's like picking a favorite child.
Right.
They're all so good.
They are all good, but, there's always one that maybe stands out a little bit more.
That's true.
So what is it for you?
Well, for me, I'm really intrigued by the idea of prioritizing sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah, I know I've always struggled with getting enough sleep.
You too.
And now knowing how much it can impact my weight loss efforts,
Right?
it's definitely something I want to focus on.
I think that's a great choice.
Yeah, what about you?
I'm really interested in that Japanese method for targeting belly fat.
Oh, yeah, the one we've been talking about.
The one that doesn't require medication, exercise, or fasting.
Right.
That just sounds so appealing to me.
It does sound pretty amazing.
I know.
And you know what?
Like
It's
so.
perfect because if you haven't checked it out already, you can visit https://bit.ca Japan weight loss.
Or click the link in the description
Exactly.
to discover this unique approach.
It might just be the missing piece of your weight loss puzzle.
It might be.
But even if you choose not to explore that particular method,
Right.
remember you now have a wealth of knowledge at your fingertips.
We've given you so many tools
You've learned about scientifically backed strategies
that can truly make a difference.
in your weight loss journey.
So what are you waiting for?
Go out there and put that knowledge into action
Experiment. Find what works for you.
and create a healthy, happy lifestyle that you love.
Exactly. And remember, we're here to support you every step of the way.
Always.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive
We hope you enjoyed it.
into the world of weight loss.
See you next time.
Until then, happy, healthy living.